Hi, and welcome to Crazy Plant Lady. So today is a garden tour. I have been so behind on my videos. I thought I'd just do one. I'm not even going to say quick because I don't know how long this will take. So these are the first two beds I put out. Let me see if I can back up a little. This one, and it's got a twin one down there. And so it was still cold outside, cabbage, leeks. I had spinach here that I've already picked. It was lettuce. And so there was a cabbage here I picked up and I put in another bed, and it was another one here that I put in another bed. But okay, so that's the progress of that one. This planted at the same time, but it's not doing nearly as good. So look at these cabbages. Planted them all at the same time. Only have 2 in this bed. I had 6 in this bed, but just look at the one cabbage. Like, they're doing so much better over there than here, and I don't know why. The birds are fighting. Domestic bird and the blue jay. Nice. So the celery I just got this weekend, I put that in, but that is spinach. It hasn't done anything. I'm gonna give it a good fertilizing. I don't know why it's not doing like the other one. Lettuce is fine. I'm just gonna pick the whole head instead of pulling from the bottom. Carrots are doing good. I need to get in there and thin out some more. So those were the first. This is just a pot I decided to put spices on top of on the tables out here. So that's parsley, and this other table is this basil I just put out this weekend. Parsley's been there, dill, and rosemary. I need to add a little bit more dirt. I have another pot of basil, and that other stuff need to be planted out. You see that stuff over there? I need to find a spot out in the garden to put it. All right, so let's get back to the tour. And so my garden area, this garden bed is an L shape. And so when you step in, because it's surrounded by deer netting, this is a Katrina cabbage and a calendula. So that's the second cabbage I put in there, because the first one I did not have that cover over it, and something got to it and destroyed it. This is a collard green. Oh my goodness. Look how huge this thing is. This is not a good spot because every time I walk by, this entrance is a little tight, and every time I walk by I hear a crunch, a leaf that I'm pressed. And then in here is Mizuna. All right, and so here is the bed. I have zucchini, flowers. That is 3 leeks from last year that I didn't pull up. They just came back. This is zucchini I just planted today. I have snap peas going up this trellis and on the other side. And I see some snap peas coming. More parsley and cauliflower. Bell pepper was planted about a week ago. Tomatoes. That parsley is from last year. Look at it. I've cut it twice already. So I'm going to cut it again. And then this. I can never think of the name of this. Looks like a little pine tree, huh? This is, I can't think of it. But in back of it is what I believe is golden, no. Super Sweet 100 and Sun Gold. And then cucumbers here, and then another one here. So 3 cucumbers. 2 will go up this, 1 will go up this side, 1 will go up this side, and that third one will go up this trellis here. And then I made a trellis. I don't know if you can see it, but I have string tied around the tomato, and it goes all the way up to the top of this trellis here. The cucumbers are growing on, so hopefully that'll give them a little support. If not, we're gonna find something else. And then back here is mostly just tomatoes and peppers. Around the edge of this garden bed, all the way around, are flowers. So I have zinnias, marigolds, and asters. And then in between the tomatoes are basils. Basil in between. And then peppers. And those are my garlic back there. Garlic. And then let me get around there. Before I get around there, this is my collard patch. I'm gonna make a sign that says that, collard patch. So all of these are collards. I do have calendula in the corner right there. There's a chive right there. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of collards. And then, oh, more than that, 5, 6, 7 rows of collards. And then I have, what is that? Sage. Sage in the middle, and then these on the end are broccoli. And then that is a lavender from last year. And then I think that's an aster right there. Oh no, snapdragon, I'm sorry. Snapdragons on the outside here. They came back last year. I just moved them and put them here. All right, and then the buckets in the corner are collards. 1, 2, and then another one, green bucket, have collards in it. Okay, and then here, next to that bed, is collards and kale, some leeks that came back from last year. I have a round zucchini here. Not sure what this is. I forgot to label it. And then I had to stick the cucumbers somewhere. So it's 1, 2, 3 cucumbers back here. So these two hopefully will come up in back of the snap peas that I have here that finally coming up. And then that one I'm hoping will go up that trellis. And so I kind of skipped that one. This bag. I had a smaller bag here last year with my peas. I'm sorry, my beans, the pole beans, but it was on this side. So I switched it up a little, got a bigger bag. And so now this on the outside has flowers. So it's marigolds, calendula, zinnias on the outside, and on the inside is the midget cantaloupe, and it's just taken off. It's finding its way. I had to coax it a little, but it's doing its thing. Hopefully that'll take off. All right, and then this bed we just went over, and then I have a dual bed next to it, but down here more cucumber and blanket flower in the middle. So hopefully the cucumber will go up this trellis on the inside, and then on this side of it is more snap peas. And then today, these are those 2 cabbages I pulled out of that first bed I told you I put up. I have nothing here. I have plenty of room for stuff. I believe this is a broccoli or a cauliflower, Swiss chard, and the chive right here is from when I first started gardening. This thing just will not die. It will not die, but it's not as green as the other. And I believe that is thyme. It's hanging on in there. All right, and then in a bucket here is a cauliflower. Yep, cauliflower. And then we have this bed. On the outside of it, we have a tomato, cucumber, and look at it, it's reaching. Trying to get it to go this way. I need you to go over here. Cucumber, 2 cucumbers. So it's a cucumber here and the cucumber there to go up that side. And then I have some zinnia in there. And that's a Marion tomato. And then this bed in the back, snap peas to go up this trellis. And then lettuce. My spinach is bolted. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Spinach, lettuce, and then on the outside, it's either cabbage or cauliflower. And I believe these 3 are broccoli. I can see the tag right now. It's broccoli in there. And then this is 3 cucumbers. I had so many cucumbers. Anywho, 3 cucumbers. Hopefully they'll attach and go up. And then 2 peppers. Pepper here. It's a Thunderbolt, which is a new pepper for me this year. And then some zinnias. And in this bed, I have another tomato. And then I have a grapevine. And then look at here. Snap peas. I have snap peas. Snap peas. And then this I have to trellis up. I have a snap peas on here too. That was the goal. Snap peas to go up this trellis, and this I made for the grapevine. But if it took this one 4 years to get one cluster, I'm wondering how long it's going to take that. So while I'm waiting, we might as well have cucumbers go up it. All right, so in the middle of this trellis here, this is the grape trellis. In the middle, I have 2 tomatoes, basil, nasturtium. These are the sun gold. And then this is just all collards. I have 4 collards in here. They look good. I need to get in there and pick off the bottom so to keep growing. And then this is the other end of the grape trellis. This thing is really taking off, this grape. I have some more snap peas. I see I have snap peas coming. I gotta coax it to go up here. And then I put a cucumber. I'm gonna have to get some of this mulch from around it. Maybe that's, well, I just put it out the weekend too. And then I have a tomato back there. This is what you say a wada tomato. All right, nothing in that bag. More to come there. All right, so we talked about this on my cabbage patch. Then over here, these are cauliflowers that I have this basket over. And then these are my midget cantaloupes. And so that doesn't look really good. This one is taking off and going up. That one not so much, but I have more over there. I can replace it, no problem. I really want to see what this garlic bulb looks like down there, but I'm gonna be patient. Be patient. The garden teaches you to be patient. And then this is a cauliflower, and this is a cabbage. All right, and so did we talk about the tomatoes here? Yep. Talked about the tomatoes. Something is getting in here digging. A squirrel. Whoa, they really got the digging right there. And peppers. And then this trellis here, it's got the same thing on both sides. So it's got cucumbers. cucumbers here and the cucumber here. And I see a tendril have already gotten hooked on the string here. Hopefully it'll come this way to go up. Hopefully. And then that's just flowers in the corner there. Help the pollinators. And then this side, I see something I put out here isn't doing good. It's not gonna make it. But that's okay. I'll put something else in there. Doesn't look like that cabbage is gonna make it either. More tomatoes, snap peas here, which I will try to coax to go up. And all right, so that's it. That's the L shape. And then the 3 garden beds there, the bags all around. And then you come outside. My son helped me put the wheat barrier down over the walkway in here. I love that. All right, and then on the outside of this, you have look at that, calendula. I really don't know what to do with that. This thing gets so big. And I have snap peas in the back. Connecting. I need you to connect up this trellis I bought, not on the calendula. And then I have a broccoli. I'm going to have to get it out of that corner because it's not really doing anything. And a marigold there. And then these are broccoli or broccoli or Brussels sprouts. This is the Brussels sprout, so that's broccoli. I have 3 in here. Just hoping it'll do good. This is some dill. I believe that's celery. And then I have a zinnia and a marigold over there. The squirrels just get to digging. Here is snap peas, but I think the squirrels got, oh no, I see something coming right there. Peas in here to go up this trellis, and this bag has carrots, and everywhere you see a pole, I had 2 snap peas on either side of it. None of those snap peas came up. All right, no problem. I hear you crawling on the claw on that tree branch, that tree. All right, so these bags I made yesterday, it's just tomatoes, asters, flowers, basil, and the store had, this is the first time I've ever seen this, a bush crop cucumber that grows low, does not trellis up. This one looks a lot better than that one. And they both have just about the same thing in it. These are Golden Jubilee tomatoes I found because each and every one that I started from seed died on me. Favorite. And so these they were garlic, but none of the garlic came up. So I amended it and I put my potatoes in it. You see my tag? And I got potatoes coming. This one too. I see them. I don't see any on this. I have a camera right there. Can you see it? I have a camera and it goes off, and I'm at work and I hear it ding and I go, and the squirrel he was going to town in that. I caught him, like, get in the backyard. All right, so these are my pumpkins from my pumpkin. And my son put together this trellis. Look at this monstrosity. It's so big. I wish you could see it compared to me. It's really, really tall. Like I can't touch the top of it is almost touching the phone line there. All right, so I have orange pumpkin, white pumpkin, which is new this year. It's called the Boo. And then I had some watermelon, the small watermelons. I just threw that out here too. Whatever catches, catches. What don't. This is my raspberry. Raspberry. And then this is my blueberry. And then it's another raspberry. Another raspberry. And then down here on the ground, they started touching the ground and started growing, so I got more raspberries down here. And then this was a blueberry. I don't know, I might have to talk to, I think I got that from Burpee. It just didn't do good. Can you see it? I'm gonna see, it still look green, but it looked a little dead to me. I'm gonna have to see if I can get my money back for that. And then these are green magic broccoli I started indoors. And the soil is, is just not, I don't know, I'm gonna fertilize it some more and see. And these are broccolis I got from the store. Look how beautiful those are. And then what is this? I know this is something, I've seen it before. All over my green magic broccoli. I don't think that's gonna make it. And then that's another one. And then all these lush looking ones are the ones I got from the store. All right, so this is on the side of the green, what do you call that damn thing? My greenhouse. And then my green stalk, I have 3. I have a 3-tier, 4-tier, 5-tier. 3-tier is just spices. So we have sage, parsley, rosemary, basil. Well, I'm not going to say just, because I do have some snap peas down here too. I wasn't supposed to put them here, but I just had to get some shit down, so. And then the lettuce, oh my God, I have 3 bags of lettuce in the house. Red lettuce on the top tier. And then I picked this one, dwarf bib. 2 of those I picked. This is it right here. And then this is a little gem. And this is a little gem. And then I have a Tiny Tim tomato here in Swiss chard. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. I'm gonna keep it out here because that middle leaf, I don't know, it might come back. This one's doing good. The spinach, so I had spinach, but it bolted so quick. Oh my goodness, bolted. And then I have my beans. Now these are the bush beans. I'm not growing the snap, no, the, what do you call them, pole beans. I don't like the taste of the pole beans. And then on the bottom tier here, I have, this is a round zucchini. And then I have another Swiss chard. No, I'm sorry, those are beets. Beets. Round zucchini. And then I have some beans that's a little crispy. Maybe I should have come out here and turn these things. Look at that, crisp. And then, but looky at my beans. Yes, I have beans coming. And then that's how do you say that? Where cow tomato. It's supposed to be a small variety that I can grow easily in this green stalk. All right, so that's the 4-tier. 5-tier, I don't know. So bottom is tomatoes and peppers. Tomatoes and peppers. The 4th tier tomatoes and peppers. And that wasn't the plan. I had it all mapped out, what I wanted in each pocket. Just didn't happen that way. Here, 3rd tier from the bottom is peppers, basil, tomatoes, another pepper, tomato. And then up here I have a quick snack cucumber. It doesn't look like it's doing good. I threw some basil in here. Peppers. These are mini yellow, mini orange, and I have a mini red pepper. More cucumbers. And then at the top, I put the bush crop cucumber, and that's the only 2 I have. These other 4 pockets are empty at the top. All right, and I believe that is the end of my tour. There's nothing in the greenhouse but bags of leaves, and that's the mulch I pulled off the top. To plant, I gotta fertilize because everything is looking so, not, deep green. It's like a light green. To me, that's like it needs, oh shit, the squirrels and birds are fighting. Do you see that? That bird is trying to get that squirrel. That's what's going on up there. I can't save you, squirrel, because the bird probably saw you in my garden. Or he trying to get the bird's eggs. I don't know. Get him, mama. You see the bird right there? She gonna get his ass. All I hear is clawing on the tree. Let me go over here. Mind my business. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. More to come. Isn't that beautiful? Oh.